Very good morning, friends. Today we are going to study the new concept. What is it? Service marketing. We have to understand what do we mean by service marketing. What is the exact meaning of service marketing? There are two words. What are those words? Service and marketing. What do you mean by service and what do you mean by marketing? It means that we have to understand the exact meaning of service and exact meaning of marketing. In the last few periods, we have studied in detail the concept of marketing. Already we have studied. Now, we have to consider here, we have to understand here, we have to study here the exact meaning of service. What do you mean by service? What is the exact meaning of service? This concept we have to clear first. Okay? Try to understand. Marketing of service. Marketing of service is always distinguished from that of goods. It means that is different from the service of goods. Marketing of goods. It means that what do you mean? Marketing of services is totally different from marketing of goods. Many experts, many experts hold the views that services are typical products. Try to understand. According to the opinion of different thinkers of the marketing, they are going to say that services are typical products. That is not a simple products with characteristics different from those of goods. It means that this is a typical product. Service is typical product which is having different characteristics. Try to understand. It means that service is also having different types of the characteristics, and those characteristics we have to understand. But try to understand such marketing of services should be provided special attention. It means that such type of marketing of services should be provided special attention. Special attention should be there towards the marketing of the services. Try to understand, in the first instance, there is a need of define the concept service as a product. It means that you have to define the concept service as a product. Whatever may be concerns are also going to provide the services. Those services also we have to understand, those are very important like as a product. Okay, that's why those services and products we have to understand here, we have to study here. Okay, it means that we have to understand what is the exact meaning of service. Try to understand. The first instance, there is a need to define, we have to define first the concept of service. Try to understand. It means that we have to define the concept of service. What is the exact meaning of service we have to understand. Some definitions I have given here. First definition is given here. Service is an act. Try to understand. Service is an act or performance offered by one party to another. Very simple meaning is there. Service is nothing but a performance which offered by one party to another. Offering party is supplier and another party is customer or consumer. It means that such type of a performance is offered by one party to another. Such a performance does not normally result in ownership of any of the factors of the production. It means that such a performance does not normally results in the ownership of any of the factors of the production. This is also very important aspect. Okay, then services are economic activities. What type of activities are there? Services, economic activities. It means that these services are related with economy. Okay, that's why those activities are called economic activities which create value and provide benefits, which create values and provide benefits, bring a desired change in customer specific time. It means that such type of a desired change should be there in specific time and specific place. That's why that is called service. Try to understand. Then services are separately identifiable. This is also essential requirement. services are separately identifiable and essentially tangible activities which provides wants satisfaction. Okay, which provides wants and satisfaction, those are called service. Okay, try to understand. Services are not essentially tangible activities. Try to understand. Because you cannot touch, you cannot see, you cannot handle, you cannot transfer the services. That's why such intangible activities are there, because services are intangible, which provides want satisfaction, which provides wants and satisfaction of the customers. They are not essentially tied up to the sale of product or another services. It means that there is also, you will never find the tie up to the sale or product or any another services. A service can be produced with the use of some tangible goods or even without the use of them. It means that when tangible goods are sold to the customer, try to understand, when tangible goods are sold to the customer, at that time also services are provided. It means that services can be provided with the use of some tangible goods and even without the use of them. And without the use of them also services can be provided. Okay, that's why this aspect also we have to understand. The core service offering the necessary output of the organization. The core service offering is the necessary output of an organization, which are intended to provide the intangible benefits which are with the customers are looking for it. Okay, it means that such type of benefits, such type of the intangible benefits are required for the customers and required by the customers. That's why such type of the benefits you are going to provide through the services. It means that service, this is very important aspect in marketing. The peripheral services are those which are either indispensable for the execution of the core service or which are available only to improve the overall quality of the service. Okay, or bundle of service. Bundle of service means n number of services are come together, you are going to provide such type of services at once. That's why it is called bundle of services. Okay, that's why this aspect also we have to study in detail. Then another thing is also there, the services includes what type of aspects are included in services. Those aspects also we have to understand. The services include all economic activities whose output is not a physical product or a construction, and which are generally consumed at the time when they are produced, and when provide added value in the form of such health, comfort, convenience, timeliness, okay, and amusement. In fact, these added values are essentially tangible concerns of its first purchaser. Try to understand. It means that such type of a tangible concern is also essential for whom? For the first purchaser of the services. Okay. Then we have to study what are the characteristics of services. What are the different types of the characteristics of the services? With the help of this chart, definitely my friends, you will understand. There are 1 plus half dozen features are there. How many features are there? 7 characteristics you will find in this chart, and with the help of this chart also we can understand the detailed characteristics. First characteristic is there, intangibility. Intangibility, it's called in Marathi asparshata. We cannot touch. Okay, that's why it's called in Maraठी अस्पर्श. ओके, ज्या गोष्टीला आपण स्पर्श करू शकत नाही अशी गोष्ट, ज्या वस्तूला आपण स्पर्श करू शकत नाही अशी वस्तू, त्याला आपण अस्पर्श असं आपण म्हणतो. ओके, दॅट्स वाय सर्व्हिस डू नॉट हॅव एनी फिजिकल एक्झिस्टन्स. डोंट फॉरगेट एट ऑल. सर्व्हिस डू नॉट हॅव एनी फिजिकल एक्झिस्टन्स. They cannot be seen, they cannot be tested, they cannot be felt, they cannot be heard or smelt before being purchased. It means that before the purchasing we cannot test, we cannot touch, we cannot handle, we cannot hurt. Okay, that's why those are called intangible, invisible. Okay, what are those called? invisible or intangible. That's why intangibility is the first feature. Potential customer is unable to pursue the services before it is delivered. Thus, they are intangible. That's why it is called intangible. But the intangibility results in increasing the level of uncertainty in respect of quality services. Definitely, because services are intangible, you cannot see the services. That's why there is an increment in uncertainty. Uncertainty, it's called anishchitata. In respect of what? In respect of quality of services. Okay, that's why such type of uncertainty you will find. To reduce such uncertainty, service provider can supply some tangible evidence such as brochures to help the customers understand the services. It means that what type of services are there, what services we are going to provide, what is the nature of services, what is the quality of services, all such things you can explain with the help of brochures also. That's why such type of brochures are also given to the customers. Such type of brochures are also given to the consumers also. In that brochure, definitely you will find the nature of services, types of the services, benefits of the services, features of the services, essentiality of services, and advantages of services. All such things are included in services. That's why such type of brochures are also provided there. This is the first feature of the service. What is it? Intangibility. Now, second feature we have to understand, inseparability. What is the meaning of separability? Separation. Separation means वेगळं करणं. सर्व्हिस प्रोव्हायडरपासून आपण ती सर्व्हिस वेगळी करू शकत नाही, म्हणून त्याला इनसेपरेबिलिटी असं म्हटलं जातं. इट्स प्रोडक्शन अँड कन्झम्पशन इज इनसेपरेबल. Services are produced and services are also consumed, but those are not separable, those are inseparable. That's why this type of a feature we have to understand, inseparability. There is a marked distinction between goods and services. Try to understand. Marked distinction you will find between goods and services in terms of sequence of production and consumption. Sequence of production and consumption. There are some marks, and those marks you have to understand. Now, what is the sequence? That sequence also I am going to explain here. First, you have to make production. Okay, you have to make production. That's why first aspect is their production. Then those produced goods or that production you have to store in particular place. Okay, that is storage. It's called, what is it? Storage. And after storing, you have to sell that product with the help of marketing techniques, with the help of advertisements also. You can make the sale of such type of a product. This is the third aspect. And then after selling that product, definitely customer can consume your goods and services. Okay, that's why what is the last aspect? Consumption is the last aspect. Okay, what is the first aspect? Production. Second, storage. Third, sale. And the last, consumption. Try to understand. This is also sequence. Don't forget at all. And this type of a sequence you have to understand. Okay. Then services are first sold and then they are produced and consumed at the same time. Try to understand. Services are first sold to the consumer and then whatever may be sold services are there, those services are consumed by the customers. That's why we have to understand. Then another aspect I would like to clear here. First, you have to sell those services and then production and consumption at the same time. Sale, you can make sale of production and consumption at the same time. It means that you cannot separate those services from the service provider. This is the statement. Try to understand. You cannot separate those services from the service provider. That's why inseparability, this is the feature of the services. Don't forget at all. What is the second feature? Inseparability. What is the second characteristics? Inseparability. म्हणजे आपण अलग करू शकत नाही. सेवा जी व्यक्ती पुरवते त्या व्यक्तीपासून ती व्यक्ती जी सेवा पुरवत असते ती पुरवत असणारी सेवा त्या व्यक्तीपासून आपण अलग करू शकत नाही. आणि म्हणून हे एक वैशिष्ट्य आपण लक्षात घेतलं पाहिजे. व्हॉट इज इट? इनसेपरेबिलिटी. ओके. Then third feature. Before starting that third feature also, again I would like to explain here the inseparability of service leads to the following results. Inseparability of service leads to the following results. Sequence of activities regarding production and consumption in respect of services need to be modified. Such type of a sequence is also need to be modified. Such type of modifications are also required there. Try to understand. Then customers are critically alert. Customers are critically alert in respect of production method and mean employed for services. It means that customers definitely will find alert about the production. What type of production is there? What is the quality of production is there? What is the test? What are the features of that production are there? Such type of the things customer should have to know, and customer is willing to know. That's why in respect of such type of a product, customer is alert, and mean of employed of the services are also important. Then another thing is also there. During the production, customer provides direction. It means that at the time of production also customer can provide the direction, because with the help of feedback we can collect the drawbacks from our product. Okay, we can collect the drawbacks from our customers also about the product. Okay, and with the help of the feedback of the customers, we can make improvement in our product. Okay, then consumer enjoys the serve with other consumers. Okay, consumers enjoys the service of the others consumers. That service also one consumer can enjoy with the others also. Consumers have to travel to the point of service production. This is also another thing, because services, each and every service do not provide doorstep. That's why some central points are fixed by the company, some central points are fixed by the service provider, and on that point such type of services are going to provide. Okay, that's why customer has to travel to the point of service production. Okay, then another feature we have to understand: variability. There is always a variability in the performance of services due to the following causes. There are different types of the causes are there, and due to those causes you will find always and always the variability in the performance of the services. What are the causes are there? First cause is there: unsuitable personality traits in the employee. It means that personality should be suitable. If unsuitable personality is there, definitely you will find there is a mismatching. Then lack of appropriate training and supervision. This is also another cause. This is also another reason we have to understand: lack of appropriate training and supervision. Because for providing such type of a quality services, for providing such type of a quality product, certain amount of training is also required there. If there is a lack of appropriate training and supervision, then such type of a variations in providing these services you will find. Okay, and this is also the second reason of the variations. Then lack of communication and observations. There should be communication, and it should be proper communication. If there is a no proper communication at that time, such type of a mismatching you will find. Then observations also should be there. After consumption of our services, how customer is going to feel, how customer is feeling there, what type of experience customer is getting, all such observations should be there. And if there is a lack of communication and observation, definitely you will find there is a variability in services also. And the last reason for the variability I would like to explain here. What is it? Lack of socio-emotional support. Okay, socio-emotional support is also essential there, because we have to understand first of all emotions of the customers, because each and every human being is emotional. Okay, that's why emotion is also essential. Emotion is also important aspect with the in case of the human being. That's why you have to understand what to mean by socio-emotional support, and that socio-emotional support you should have to provide. And if there is a lack of socio-emotional service, then you'll find variations in such type of services. And these are the four reasons, these are the four causes of the services in variability. Okay, and those causes also we have to understand. Now, to reduce such type of variability, try to understand what I'm speaking. To reduce such type of a variability in the quality of services, what we can do for reduction of such type of a variability, we can do the scientific recruitment and selection involving aptitude and personality test. When you are going to make selection and recruitment of the persons, at that time you can conduct aptitude and personality test. With the help of that aptitude and personality test, you can understand what is the nature of that person. Okay, with the help of those tests also you can understand. That's why for reducing such type of a variability, you can conduct such type of a different types of the aptitude test, different types of the personality test at the time of recruitment and selection of the persons. Okay, then another remedy I would like to explain here, job training as well as behavioral training for the employees can be provided. With the help of job training also, with the help of behavioral training also, employee can make improvement himself or herself. Then there will never variability or such type of variability can be reduced with the help of such type of job training and as well as behavioral training. Okay, then next point also I would like to explain here, supervision on the staff performance and communicating them the tips for improvement. What is needed here? Supervision is also needed here. Supervision on what? Supervision on the staff performance. Supervision on the staff performance is also needed, and communication. Communication is also essential for what purpose? For giving the tips for the improvement purpose. And with the help of such type of supervision and communication also, we can reduce the variability in the quality of services. Are you getting my point? समजतंय का सगळ्यांना? समजत नसेल तर समजून घ्या, आणि जर काय कोणाची असेल तर मला विचारा अडचण. ओके, देन सोशियो इमोशनल सपोर्ट टू द स्टाफ for taking initiative for better service supply. Okay, socio-emotional support is also essential to the staff for taking initiative for better service supply. Okay, this is also another remedy. Next remedy I would like to explain here, making automation wherever possible to reduce the variability. Making automation wherever it is possible. Try to understand. Wherever it is possible, we can make automation in our services. Try to understand. We can make automation in our services. Wherever and whenever it is possible, we can make automation in our services also. Try to understand. Then the next remedy is also there, setting standard procedure. Setting standard procedure for services of the supply. We have to set the standard procedure for the supply of the services also, and this is also another remedy of the services. Try to understand. Then another thing also I would like to explain here about the services, about the features of the services we are discussing. Now third feature is also there, variability, and that variability, what are the reasons and what type of remedies are there, possible remedies, those remedies also we have discussed. Now next feature of the service we have to understand, perishability. Perishability, it means that perishable nature is there, you will find in services. What type of nature is there? Perishable nature you will find. Services cannot be stored for later sale or use. Okay, services cannot be sold for later sales or use. We cannot store the services also. That's why this nature also we have to understand, because perishability is there. Due to perishability, we cannot store such type of services. Then another feature is also there, heterogeneity. It's very difficult to assume, or it's very difficult to assure the quality of the services. Definitely you cannot imagine, you cannot judge, you cannot understand perfect percentage of betterness of the services. No, you cannot say. Perfect percentage of quality you cannot say. That's why definitely you will find this type of a nature. What is it? Heterogeneity. Okay, this can be tackled by ensuring the monitoring of standards, training the service personnel, and mechanizing the equal control. It means that it can be tackled with the help of these three things. What are those three things? You have to monitor the standards of the services first of all. It means that standard means you have to predetermination of the quality of the services. That is standard, predetermined things. Those are called standards. Then training the service personnel, that is also essential. You have to provide the training to the service personnel, and that is also essential. Then mechanizing the quality control, it means that you have to decide the quality control mechanism. It means that with the help of these three things we can reduce the heterogeneity of the services. Okay, but this feature we have to understand, what is it? Heterogeneity. Okay, and next feature is also there, lack of ownership. Customers do not get ownership of anything. Try to understand. Customers do not get ownership that facility, activities. The service providers in such a case has to emphasize the advantages of non-ownership of the services. It means that such type of a lack of ownership, this feature also we have to understand, and this is also another feature of the service. What is it? Lack of ownership. In this way we have studied the different features of the services, and how those services are marketed by the marketing executives. Okay, thank you very much.